Hello, everybody. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. So, today we are going to be talking about how to handle difficult situations. As we all know in life, there are times that we'll go through different difficult situations, trials, and tribulations, and how we come out of them is dependent on how we handle these difficult situations. So, I'll be listing some points that will help us get out of these difficult situations. So, please stay with me as we begin this talk. Thank you. So the first thing to note is that to every problem there is a solution. So when you live with a solution-oriented mindset, it's easier to come out of difficult situations. And we should also learn to control our emotions at this point, because panicking is not always the way out of anything. So you say to yourself, what's the best that can come out of me thinking, and what's the worst that can come out of me thinking? So when you are thinking about something bad, you are dwelling on that negative situation, you are overthinking it, what's the best that can happen? Nothing. So when you don't think, you actually help yourself. So overthinking actually prolongs the situation because it keeps you unmotivated. It keeps you away from getting a solution to that problem. Another point we should note is that we should also try to learn how to articulate our emotions. Sometimes we are feeling sad, we say we are angry. Sometimes we are just disappointed, we say we are angry. So by the time we know the emotions that we are feeling at any particular time, it will help us to be able to react appropriately. Sometimes we feel we are sad, then we are transferring aggression. We are angry instead. So when you know your emotions, when you know what you are feeling at a particular time, you'll be able to react appropriately and you'll be able to deal with it. When you know that, okay, this thing is making me feel frustrated, it's making me feel less of myself, you'll be able to deal with that esteem, and you know that, okay, I'm not just angry, I'm not sad, I'm just feeling a bit low of myself. So that will help you in navigating these difficult times. So another point I'll give here is that don't beat yourself up. So you will see so many people saying that, oh, when this happened to me, I tried this, I did that. So you feel it's going to work for you too. So when you try these things and they don't work for you, you start beating yourself up, you start condemning yourself, you start blaming yourself for these things that happen. But no, that's not the next step. There are different things. Life is in phases and we are all running different races. We are all on different lanes. So because this thing worked for someone doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So don't try to compare yourself to another person. Don't try to live on another person's terms. Don't try to run somebody's race. So that will help us to navigate these negative situations. Don't try to use somebody's solution to work for your own problem. I hope we all understand this point. Then when we are going through some other challenges and we have to deal with other parts of life, we know some people, they are trying to conceive, some people are going through family problems, and you see them taking it out on other people, maybe at their place of work or at their schools. Another thing we should learn to do is compartmentalize. We should learn to compartmentalize our emotions, our feelings at a particular point, because when you see some other people that are very, very emotionally intelligent, when you realize the things that have been going on in their lives, you are like, wow, how did you keep this in for so long? How are you able to keep smiling? Yes, we understand that so many people are depressed and are smiling. That doesn't mean you should suffer in silence. That doesn't mean you should not speak up. It means you should just try to compartmentalize so it will enable you to be productive in other things you do. So I know some of you may be wondering, okay, all this is easier said than done. Yes, I understand. It's your opinions are valid. So what of situations whereby you cannot really change anything and there's literally no solution, like the death of the loved one, maybe you lost your house, you lost your car, you lost your family? What do you do in this kind of situation? I think the first step here is to accept. Don't try to negate your feelings. Don't try to just cast out your feelings. Your feelings are valid. Accept it. So the first stage of grief is just acceptance. Accept that, okay, this is the situation I'm in, this is it, and it has happened. We can't cry over spilled milk here. So the first step is to accept that, okay, this is the situation here, then we can move forward. So when you accept that, okay, this is a negative situation, oh, I made this mistake and it's affecting me, it is like taking a very, very negative toll on my life and everything, you accept that, okay, this is what happened. Then you identify the causes of the problem. If it is something that you caused yourself and it's not just natural disaster or events, if it's something that you did, maybe like a mistake, maybe you entered into a wrong relationship and it ruined you, you identify what happened. That's how to move forward. You identify what happened, you try to know what you did wrongly. You try to know the wrong decisions you made, and then when you identify the problems, then the next step now is to find solutions. Write out how you will not make the same mistakes again, because people always say it's not a mistake when you do it over and over again. Yeah, we can agree that the first time is a mistake, the second time could also be a mistake, but when it keeps happening, it's not a mistake, because you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So you need to find out the problems and find a way to get rid of these problems so they will not occur next time. So I just spoke about people that maybe fell into these negative situations because of their handwork, because of things that have been done by people or by themselves, like trying to identify the situation and everything. So what if it's a case whereby it's life happened? Yes, permit me to use the word life happened. Life happened to people. So what happens when life happens to you? You lost your parents, you lost your siblings, you failed an exam, something very negative happens to you, and it's not your fault, and you really cannot blame anybody. Well, sometimes some people blame God, but you shouldn't blame God. So what do you do apart from accepting that you are in this situation? Don't try to cast out your feelings, like I've said. Then give yourself time. There's something I know about time. Time heals everything. Time heals. You might still remember, but the scar will still be there, but time is going to heal. Don't dwell on the negative circumstances. Try to heal. Give yourself time to heal. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I'll say that again. Don't beat yourself up. Don't blame yourself. I've heard of people that have this survivor's guilt. Some people will survive some negative situations, and maybe they are the only ones that survived a plane crash. They are the only ones that survived a car accident, and they are still feeling guilty. So when people like that can still feel guilty, yes, it is valid that you are feeling guilty. So don't beat yourself up because of any situation. Even if someone died because of you, because of your negligence, it's time to move on. Give yourself time to heal, distract yourself, go out, do the things you love, and I promise you, time is going to heal all things. And lastly, before I continue in my part 2 section, acknowledge God in everything, because someone once told me that apart from medicine, if you're having emotional issues, God can heal emotional issues. God can heal psychological issues. You cannot only use drugs. Yes, you can. The place of drugs is not evitable, but then God heals. God can heal anything. If it's a breakup, if it's anything, just carry your burdens, cast your cares on God, and God is going to heal everything you are going through. So this is the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have picked a point or two. See you next time. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.